Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Franchise Fluent Podcast, where we keep you fluent in all things franchising, small business, and entrepreneurship. I'm your host, Austin Titus, and we are excited to jump in today. We have some special guests, Jessie and Tiffany from Outlaw FitCamp. How you guys doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having us, Austin.
Been awesome, Austin.
Awesome. Well, thanks for jumping on the show. We really appreciate it. For the listeners today, this episode will be a highlight of a franchise company that you may or may not have heard of before, as you can assume, Outlaw FitCamp. And so we're going to be talking about the brand, kind of what makes it different, what the vision is of the company. And these are the owners and founders of the business, Jessie and Tiffany. So why don't you guys start off by kind of introducing yourselves and a little bit about the business?
Tiffany, I'll let you go first.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Tiffany Leyva. I'm the CEO of Outlaw FitCamp franchise, also the wife to Jessie, the founder of the company. It is a very exciting time to be in the fitness business. Outlaw FitCamp is a very exciting company in the space right now, and look forward to speaking with you about it. I'll pass it over to you, Jessie.
Yeah, Austin, thanks for having us on here. We're excited to, again, touch base and just share with everybody the vision of Outlaw and what we're about and how we kind of differ from a lot of the fitness market right now. It's heavily saturated. We are bringing something a little bit different that's kind of exciting, and I think people really enjoy it.
Awesome. And so tell us a little bit about your story, kind of what got you started and where this concept came from.
Yeah, it goes back almost 30 years. My background was bodybuilding and then bodybuilding and bikini coaching. I coached athletes, and most of my clientele were 45, 50 and up. And the goal was getting people down 30, 40, 50 pounds. And then they'd ask and inquire about doing a fitness show, and I became really good at that. And I love that. So I did that for about a good 18 to 20 years, was coaching people. And we had a very successful personal training business that was doing well over, 7 figures. And I kind of started looking at the group fitness segment, and there was just a couple of things missing. I was wanting to do a second location and talk to Tiffany over and over again about doing a second location. And we just didn't want to duplicate our big studio, which is about 7,000 square feet. I wanted to really not say dumb it down, but make it much easier to duplicate so it wasn't so time constraining. So we played with the idea of group fitness and personal training, and didn't like how group fitness just hoards people in the room. And again, there's a place for that cardio, and it's a lot of fun, but we really like the personal training, the biomechanics, that personal attention. So we designed Outlaw FitCamp. We do group fitness. We keep it to about 12 to 14 people in a room with their own individual jail cells, we call it. They're graphicked out. It's not actual cells with bars, so people understand that. But we also do the personal training. And what we saw with a lot of the fitness segment, again, you have a spouse or somebody at home that was either deconditioned, out of shape, overweight, knee replacement, bad backs, and they couldn't do your conventional group fitness. And I thought it was really unfair. And we saw this here. We had a lot of people personal training, and then a wife or a husband would have their place to go to. And it made no sense having that revenue leave. And also it made no sense having the spouses not doing something together as a team in a facility. So we designed Outlaw. So both are done in a studio, in different portions of the studio. And it kind of blew up, and it's turned into something kind of beautiful.
Yeah, that's awesome. And there's obviously a lot of successful fitness franchises out there, and a lot of them kind of focus on those group, sessions. You've got a lot of different types of those group franchises, and so that have hundreds, if not thousands, of locations out there. And so, what is kind of, I know you just talked a little bit about this, but what is the differentiators that you guys focus on? Why would someone go there? And is it for that personal attention with the personal trainer aspect to it?
Hey, Jessie, I'll share a little bit of my testimony. The way I met Jessie was back in 2010. I actually have a background in hairdressing. I was a hairstylist for 17 years. I had my own shop and found myself, in my late 20s, putting on some weight because I was working, 8 in the morning to 8 at night. And I wanted to find a trainer to help coach me. I mean, I knew how to work out, but I didn't know how to, I had specific goals. I didn't know how to lose. So, I wanted 40 pounds gone. I needed to gain strength. And I did have a bucket list item of doing a show. So that's when I found Jessie. He started coaching me. I also found him to be a very smart business person. And he helped me understand just how to grow my salon. So we hit it off right away. And I would say the biggest differentiator about Outlaw FitCamp is, it changed my life physically. It's changed a lot of people's lives. I would say what we do best is coaching. So we only hire certified personal trainers. And, it's funny. A lot of people think because we're in the gym business, our busiest season is January, and January is a busy time. But I would say we get very busy around March when people are like, this $10 gym membership is not getting me the results I need. And I'm starting to have to pull out my shorts, my swimsuit. I really need someone who knows how to get me the results I want. So the cool thing about that is Jesse's already had the personal training business and he did really well with it. So we had that background. And when we were watching other concepts, launch and grow quickly, it piqued our interest on the side of group fitness. Well, we already had the personal training concept. We added the additional group concept. So I think the biggest differentiator is we're a fit for everybody. And so Outlaw FitCamp can be along someone's journey from beginning till, 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line. We see and grow with our members. A lot of times people come to us with the initial goal of maybe 15, 20 pound loss. And then they've reached that quicker than they thought. Then their next goal might be, hey, I want to run a 5K. They don't have to seek outside help for that.
Yeah, and I'll touch up on this. Also, like I mentioned, the background was that coaching of bikini, figure, bodybuilding, and that's a small niche market. We found most of our clients were 45 and up, and they were doing really good and getting muscular. And all the current science shows that anaerobic training is actually one of the best forms of training for the human body versus cardio. You actually burn calories longer for a longer duration of time with anaerobic training, weight training versus cardio. And people don't have time nowadays. So we really structured it down with a long time. It took us a long time to everything we do is a half hour. Our group fitness classes are a half hour. Our personal training is a half hour. So now people can get in and out with a really efficient workout within, I think we get anywhere from 8 movements in a half hour in our group fitness classes, body part driven, but throwing in cardio and core. And it's a win-win for the customer. For us, we can see more people in an hour in a sense, but that's 2 classes. So now when you're in a class, that trainer really gets engaged with Austin, knows your name, can correct you, and really make everybody feel important in that group of 12 to 14 versus 35, 36 people. That's hard to really find that attention for somebody. So that's one of our strongest differentiating factors is the anaerobic training, the lean muscle mass we put on people's bodies, the bone density that anaerobic training does for people with women is just incredible. So we brought that to light, and that's one of our biggest separators out there.
Yeah, no, that's great. And you're speaking to somebody I've done personal training and I've done the large classes. So I haven't experienced anything in between. And so I could see the differentiators there. And that's really, really cool. I can't wait to, go over there and try out one of your guys' classes one time. Or when you get a class down here in West Palm Beach, I'll be a regular.
I'm working on that, man.
We're working on it. So let's talk about the franchise. We talked about the business a little bit and kind of what makes you guys special to the consumer. And so what makes you guys kind of special as a franchise opportunity, and what are you guys looking for in franchisees, franchise partners of yours?
Well, that's a big question. I guess I'll start, and Jessie, you can chime in. As a franchise in the fitness space, we really, really care about our franchisees. We are looking for people who possess, love for people, because it is a people business. We want to be sure that they understand, they're positive in nature, they're optimistic, they know how to lead and grow a team. We offer semi-absentee and owner-operator. The nice thing about owner-operator is you don't have to be a personal trainer to service members, right? Owner-operator would be there day-to-day doing work, and then also have their trainers servicing the clients. But if we did have a personal training candidate that has existing clientele, we could work with them as our model is a little bit flexible in the sense that we could offer a little more square foot for the personal training space, and then, you know, make it smaller in the FitCamp room, or you can make the FitCamp room a little bit bigger and then smaller. You know, our franchise footprint is about 2,900 square feet to 3,500 square feet. And we give some flexibility there. So it really matches what potential candidates we have coming in and give them a little flexibility there. I will say, you know, we launched the franchise in 2018, November. And we did have a very exciting ramp up. We opened 2 locations in 2019, but we did go right into the pandemic. That had its own challenges and obstacles. However, I feel like for us, it was a blessing because we were new to franchising. Our system wasn't huge at the time. And so we were really able to watch and see, you know, how did other concepts adjust during that time period? What could we do during the downtime to make us even stronger and better? And we used that time wisely. So we spent some time on our internal structure, support center for franchisees, operations manual, and things like that. Jessie, what would you say?
Yeah, you know, honestly, Austin, a great question. I look for people that are, I think we both do, and our culture within our company really pushes towards people of I wouldn't say faith, but I would say people that of faith, people that want to change lives, have an impact, want to help people, care about people, and that's what I want. Our whole team, our culture, our instructors are so driven, and they know their why when they wake up in the morning. They bring content to those training sessions. So when they're training you, it's not just meaningless stuff. They really push you to be a better person that day. And when you walk into a studio, every trainer and instructor talks to everybody's clients. It's not, hey, why are you talking to my client, Austin? That's my client. That's what you get in the box gym. And that's where I was for a good 15 years before I started my gyms. So we're looking for people that just love culture, love helping people, but also are very moldable sponges. We want them to want to grow and follow our processes because obviously we know we've built a really good brand. And like Tiffany said, we spent a good amount of time fine-tuning our brand to where it's just beautiful. Our team leadership here is here to help. We watch every aspect of it. And it's not necessarily hitting you on the hand when you do something wrong, but here's why you shouldn't do this. Here's why you're going to have a higher churn rate if you're not watching these clients. And here's, you know, your churn rate's down from, 6% up to 9%. There's something going on at your location with an instructor. Let's dig deeper on this. So we really try to help our franchisees just find out why things aren't going right, or if things are going right, here, let's how we duplicate this. So,
yeah, definitely. And you guys, you just mentioned there, want to find people that they have a strong faith and they, want to help people, but they are also moldable. They're moldable and they want to, learn your systems and your processes because it works.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about those systems and processes, and just from a surface level, and talk about kind of the different types of things that you guys have in your gyms. Maybe some of the equipment. We talked about that before, how there is equipment, but it is, simple equipment.
Yeah. Tiffany, you want me to talk about this part, or do you want to?
Yeah, talk about the equipment, and then I'll take it over from there with the.
Austin, my background was I had 2 gyms. One was about 7,500 square feet. The last one was 45,000 square feet, big box gym. We had daycare, we had tanning, we had indoor running track, about $150,000 of the cardio equipment.
Don't forget the hair salon. We did that too.
That was a third rendition of it. But the biggest one was that 45,000 square foot facility. And I'll tell you, that was a nightmare. It is a nightmare because just when an owner operator gets their cardio equipment paid for, they either have to buy new cardio equipment, or they're spending $10,000, $15,000 a year maintaining broken treadmills, ellipticals, stair steppers, and you name it, it's something new. And then I looked at franchising in the fitness segment, and you're spending 50 to 70 grand just on video, audio, just to show a screen of who's burning more calories than somebody else, and that's easily done by a wearable. So I saw a headache.
Oh, you're cutting out, Jess.
So I was wondering how we can make this simpler for ourselves and franchisees. Well, nothing should be plugged in. So all of it's cable, we have cable pulleys, we have dumbbells, kettlebells, barbells, rowing machines. Anything that's cardio based is powered, from the Aerodynes in the personal training area to the rowing machines in the FitCamp area. And the only thing plugged in also would be your air conditioning and your sound system. We have no mirrors in the group fitness because I don't care about what you look like. Focus on what you're bringing to the table that day. I have no monitors in there showing you who's burning more calories than Austin over here. Who cares? Be a better version of yourself than you were last week. Watch your own wearable, track your own success, set your own goals with your coach that you have at Outlaw FitCamp. So that just made really good sense to me and resonated with me. So when we designed this thing, we laid it out to where equipment-wise, it's not going to be $300,000. Audio visual, it's not going to be $150,000. I want this so easy for a franchisee. When they open it, our equipment installers go out there, white glove it. It's set up nice, easy, and things should not break on you. You shouldn't have to replace a belt or a motherboard on a treadmill. And your electric bill is not going to be, $3,000-$4,000 a month because the output of everything. So that's a big thing on the equipment and our pattern behind that.
Yeah, that's huge. That was one of the things I think we noticed too during COVID was that, with having to drop down how many people can work out in an area, you're paying all that money for equipment and you can't even use it. I felt really bad for concepts like that. So we are robust with our equipment. We just don't have anything that plugs in. And so we've decided to utilize the technology a little bit differently. Last year, we rolled out a Outlaw FitCamp performance app so that we're putting the power in our members' hands to gain control of the results. One of our hashtags is progress, not perfection. Want to be better every day. It's you versus you. So instead of pitting our members against each other, we want to create, a welcoming, inclusive culture where everybody knows their own stats and can get motivated together as they're all working on one journey instead of working against each other in a class, because sometimes that can be really discouraging and unmotivating when you have quite a bit of weight to lose. So I think that's really important for motivating the clients. Another area that we focus on too is we've got a custom CRM that really helps our franchisees stay connected with their member base. We offer, a really beautiful apparel line for them to gain extra income revenue streams. There's all kinds of stuff that we're doing. For March, we've just launched a bingo card. So we're doing Outlaw bingo style. And the nice thing about the bingo card is, as silly as it is, our members really enjoy getting motivated like that. So they have all month long to accomplish 25 tasks on the bingo card. And our franchisees can give away, a swag bag of $100 worth of goodies. This helps keep retention up. We do many challenges, either seasonally or we have 2 challenges that we offer our franchisees. One of them is a big mega challenge that we do system-wide. And then another one is a self-guided challenge that we help them with that brings in an extra revenue. They do workshops. So there's other ways to bring in revenue outside of just the personal training and group fitness. And if our franchisees are creative enough to launch it all out, we are eager to work with them and help them do so.
That's great. And you guys are at how many locations now?
We've got 6 in DFW, and we just launched our first out of state. We're based in Dallas, Texas, North Texas, actually 10 minutes from DFW airport. We just opened in South Carolina, had a great candidate there, and he passed the test. So he just opened in November and doing really good.
Awesome. Yeah. And what's your guys' vision for Outlaw FitCamp? Where do you see Outlaw FitCamp in 3 years, in 5 years?
World domination.
Yeah.
We'd like to grow slow and steady. I mean, I would say as aggressively as we can with quality. I don't want to oversell things and under deliver. I want to make sure we're bringing on the right candidates. I don't, I watch and read, and I'm a part of a lot of different forums, and I see a lot of things that I don't care for. And I love franchising. I like the family aspect. I like how you have a lot of good mentors. We have some really good friends that have really helped us, founders of other franchise brands. But there's a lot of things I don't like about it. And I want to make sure that we grow our brand with the right people. We just don't take a number, sell to somebody that shouldn't have a location to give us a number. I want to make sure we open up correctly and we really give them what the franchisee, what they are paying for and what they need to be successful. And we want to grow strategically, aggressively, but intelligently. And if it's a little bit slower, we're fine with that. If it's fast and controlled with quality, we're fine with that also.
Yep. So we support our franchisees. We have monthly huddle calls, so where a franchisee can work with one of our business reps. We also offer continuing education for their trainers. Their trainers have access to our team of trainers. So if they have a difficult client question, whatever the case may be, that support's there for them. We have a certification process. So we're picky about the type of trainers that come on. They have to be registered within one of the top organizations. And then they'll go through a period of onboarding with our franchisees. Each franchisee has a head trainer that is equipped to onboard in our style of training. So the quality is there, making sure that we're delivering good service to our members. But yeah, I think I'm with Jessie as far as growth. It's a teeter-totter, right? So we would like to grow. We're ready for national growth. There's a lot of territories in Texas still that needs coverage. Oklahoma, we've got a lot of hits in Florida. We'd love to get our South Carolina, some more family members out there, and just working with our team to make sure that we grow intelligently.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it too. Especially when you're early on, expanding, through people that you've had great relationships with, or you develop great relationships with, and they're all in on your brand, and ultimately they make your brand look better, and they'll give you an opportunity to grow even more, grow the franchise system. And so anything else you guys want to, share with any of the listeners here? The individuals that listen to the podcast are typically other franchisors, franchisees, people interested in franchise opportunities, so on and so forth. So anything else you guys want to share with the listeners?
It's a really exciting time right now to check out Outlaw FitCamp. We are ready for growth. We are a rocket ship ready for gas and takeoff. I mean, now's the time. We've got a lot of territory open. We are targeting non-registration states at the moment. If there is the right candidate in a registration state, we will definitely look at that. That's not a no. The candidate for us is the most important part, I think. If a candidate really stands out, we feel they'll fit our brand, then obviously that is going to be an amazing step for them and for us. And encourage, right now is a good time to look at multi-units with us, as well as we are rolling out a pretty aggressive package this year.
That's awesome. How about you, Jessie?
Like Tiffany said, it's an exciting time right now. Post-COVID, people are just ready to rock and roll. Brick and mortar is still very strong. There's online is great. It's a fun community, but people miss people. People need people. People need culture. One thing I'll mention about the Outlaw brand is a lot of group fitness. They're needing 400 to 600 members, and that's a large net to cover there. We don't. We're looking at 150 to 250 group fitness, 50 to 75 personal training clients. My headquarters, we have about 300 personal training clients. We're robust, we're big, but the model doesn't need that to sustain. So what I wanted to do is really give the owner and manager the ability to really take people on. And it's much easier to love and care about and take care of 300 people versus 400 to 500. You're constantly chasing your tail with their retention. So it's an exciting time, and brick and mortar is very strong. If you want to have a purpose and know it, feel it, and love it, we're a good brand, I would say, to be a part of.
Awesome. And where can everybody find you if they want to do some research, look you guys up? What's your website, social media?
Yeah. For the franchise website, it's ofcfranchise.com. If you'd like to talk to us about opportunities, fill out the form there and we'll get in touch with you. If you want to check out the brand site, it's outlawfitcamp.com. And then also our social media channels. You can find us on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. So we would love to connect with you and talk about some opportunities all across America. So reach out. Yeah. If you are in Texas, our headquarters is in Flower Mound. So if you want to come and see us in person, we're open to doing that too.
Awesome. And I'll put all that information in the show notes as well. So anyone listening, the links will be there. So check out Outlaw FitCamp. It's a great opportunity, and we appreciate everybody listening. Make sure to follow us on Franchise Fluent, all the social media accounts we've got on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And so follow at Franchise Fluent. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Thank you, Oscar, for having us.
Thank you, guys.